Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's about that time once again. We sit down and we pick them.
Sure you can't hear me. Hold on.
Damn. Hold on. Once again, welcome to Pick 'em, where we sit and pick 'em. NFL Week 15. One more week to go in the season. I'm DJ WIDEBODY. I'm joined here today by Kareem Coop. Shout out to Kareem V.I. Williams. He was under the weather today. Hope you feel better, big bro. We talked, the show must go on. We talked about this last week. Only a couple weeks left in the season. So me and Coop are going to go ahead and pick them. We're supposed to be joined by Ortez Fields. Mental's kids under the weather. So, I mean, we can still pick them real quick when we're out of here. It's a quick week. So, what's going on, Coop?
Not much. Sitting here chilling, ready to get it on.
All right, man. Yeah, Coop's on Vic's under the weather a little bit. So we figured he let us know last night he would try to make it, but it looks like he's gonna be able to make it. So we're gonna go ahead and pick him real quick, put our picks in. We're gonna go ahead about our day. Shout out to the wifey. Today's my wedding anniversary, seventh year wedding anniversary. Shout out to me. All right, man. What further ado, let's go ahead and pick them. Let's go recap some scores first, and then we'll go ahead and pick them. All right, let's go. As we know,
I want to say congratulations on that. 7 years. It's a hard. It's very hard. It's not easy.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. Recap, man. So let's go to Kansas City, where the Chiefs hosted the Chargers, and man, did you see this coming? Did you think that the Chargers actually could go into Kansas City and Arrowhead Stadium and actually beat the Chiefs, man?
I knew it could happen. I picked the Chiefs because I was just being a little bitter, but I mean, the Chargers have a better all-around team. The Chiefs have a great offense, but the Chargers got good defense, good running game. Even without Melvin Gordon, they still have a pretty good running game.
Absolutely.
Phillip Rivers MVP season.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't surprise me. Mike Williams finally, the big 6'4" receiver, finally living up to his name.
Right. Yeah. 2 touchdowns, 76 yards.
Yeah. He played big.
Yeah, he did, man. Big, and this is that time to play big this time in the season. Who are you? You've had all season to get everything together, your identity, and the Chargers showed who they were. They went on the road and beat supposedly one of the best teams in the NFL. That's subjective as well. But they went to Kansas City, man, and hey, the Chargers, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The Chargers surprised me. I didn't think they had it on them to actually go beat the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, Mahomes, the whole Mahomes, I ain't gonna call it rhetoric, but just Mahomes MVP season that he's having. And Phillip Rivers, an old, OG on the block, man. This goes in 313 yards, passing 2 touchdowns, which wasn't. Hey, it was a decent, serviceable game. He put up a lot of yards. He got his receivers involved, and he got his runner involved. Did it without Melvin Gordon. So, wow, when Melvin Gordon comes back into the fold, this team is primed for the playoffs, man. Could the Chargers actually do something in the playoffs this year?
And I actually got to give it to them, too, because last 2 games, they came back from behind. They could have lost this game. They could have lost the last. They came back from behind. So that does say something about the team. That they're able to – they're never out of it.
Word. You're right. So shout out to the Chargers. I think, this week they got one more game left, and that'll be it for the season and the playoff start. So the Chiefs, though, the division and the wild cards coming out of the AFC West. So other teams better get the division because that's it. All right, moving along. We have the Jets and we had the Texans last night. Man, Saturday Night Football, trying to get all the games done. The Texans 10-4. People are sleeping on these Texan teams too. Cool. The Jets 4-10. Texans 10-4. Texans beat the Jets 29-22. Sean Watson 294 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy for his first, for actually, his young guy is actually getting some on the job training, man. I tell you, and I think he's up for the task. DeAndre Hopkins, 170 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Jets have, huh? I mean, receiving.
Yeah.
Man, this Texans team could make some noise in the playoffs as well. Jets, man, they have nothing. Darnold did put up 253 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, but what are your thoughts on this Jets and Texans game, man?
Well, the Jets had the lead for a while. I mean, the Jets gave them a little scared. They actually played, and I actually thought, I said, oh, the Jets are going to be the ones that stop the winning streak, but the Texans kept their composure.
Yeah,
but it won. And just like I say, D. Hopkins to me definitely is a top 5, maybe top 3 receiver in this league. He proved it time and time. He don't drop passes. He can make the amazing circus catch. He can run pretty good, runs good routes. The man's a beast, and he proved it again last night.
Absolutely, I agree. I
love that guy.
I gotta agree. He's a real one, man. He's a real one. I don't see another, Antonio Brown. Maybe I think he's declined a little bit, but DeAndre Hopkins is the future of wide receivers, man, hands down. Yeah. So shout out to the Texans. They still, I think this is their 10th win in a row, man. I think they won it all. Second, straight. They string them out. One more game left in the season. They beat the Jets. Jets. I don't know what's going to happen after this season. I don't see the head coach being there, but we'll see.
It should be 2 more. I think it's 2 more games. It's 2 more.
It's week 15 today.
Yeah, you got 16, 17. It's 2 more. This is 15.
Weeks in the season.
Yeah. So you got week 16 and week 17.
No.
It's 2 more games. Because we got the Bears and we got somebody else the Vikings playing. I forget who we play.
Week 15, no buys this week.
Yeah. You don't have no more buys. It was 16 and 17 coming.
Week 15, week 17. Where's my head at, man? Thanks for
man. All right. That's them 7 years right there.
Moving on. All right, so we got the Browns and the Broncos. 2 more games left in the season. Can the Texans go off the swing with wins? We'll see. Jets there. I don't really care about the Jets. 4-10. It's been a long year for the Jets. Moving along, Browns and the Broncos. The Browns went to Mile High and they get a win. This Browns team is a different team this second half of the season. 6-7-1. They're almost at 500. Don't really see any playoff action. Mayfield, 188 yards, wasn't all that spectacular. Chubb, 100 yards rushing, no touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 37 yards, no touchdowns. What the hell happened here? Casey Keenum, 257 yards, no touchdowns. Lindsey, 24 yards, no touchdown. This was crazy. I didn't get to check this game out, but I'll leave this game where it is. Cleveland Brown beats the Broncos 17-6. The Broncos fall to 6. Broncos improve to 6-7-1. On to the picks.
Baker Mayfield. Balled up.
Yeah, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. I guess that was the X factor there, the 2 touchdowns, because I guess Chubb got his 100 yards.
And Chubb's got 100. He made some big plays. I mean, he didn't throw for a lot of yards, but he made some big plays in key times, showing that he's going to be a real force in this league, Mayfield. Going to be a real force.
Well, yeah, I think Mayfield's going next year, man. Sky's the limit for this kid. We'll see what kind of head coach comes in there, man. I'm just curious to see what kind of head coach. I can see Mike McCarthy there, man. And he doesn't have a bad record when it comes to quarterbacks and shit, man. So I'll see. I think Mike McCarthy's a perfect fit at this point. I don't know what kind of off-season move they're gonna be doing as far as firing coaches, but right now I think that job is real appealing too. It should be appealing to Mike McCarthy.
On the side note, number 58 for the Broncos, the beast of a linebacker. I think he broke the. I think he's an all-time sack leader last night for the Broncos.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, man. Moving along. We're gonna go ahead and pick them, man. First game on the docket is the Green Bay Packers at 5-7-1. Going into Soldier Field. Bears 9-4. Got some good ones, lost some bad ones. they take on the Packers. Who you got?
This one is always hard because it's a division rivalry. It can really still go either way. A lot of people may say the Bears, but if you look at Green Bay, they actually look good firing the coach. I mean, I don't know if that's why, but they actually played pretty good last week. I mean, they won convincingly.
Yeah, he did.
For this one, damn, it's kind of a hard one. This is one of the oldest. This may be the oldest rivalry in football, I believe.
Yeah.
Whoa, this one is kind of tricky. Of course, you want to say the Bears, but I don't know. The way the Packers played last week,
they look good.
I actually heard they have a little small, tiny, itty bitty chance of making the playoffs. Is very unlikely. All kinds of stuff had to happen, but
yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with. Damn, it's a hard one. I may go. I'm gonna go with the Bears, I guess, but I don't know. That's a hard one. That's actually a hard one.
Okay. Well, hey, you can't go wrong in this one right here. I feel Philman's got this team running on all cylinders. The Bears, 9-4. Packers need a lot to happen real quick. I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one, man. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think the Packers got a little momentum going. The Bears, they won a good one last week. They lost to us. So I'm pick the Packers, man. Pick the Packers in this one. So
I actually want to. For some reason, I think the Packers are gonna pull this out too. I kind of feel that they'll do it.
Well, the last time they met, Packers beat them by a point, and year before that, 2 times a year. Actually, the Packers have been beating these guys the last 3 games. So I don't see that changing. So I got the Packers in this one. You still want the Bears?
Let me go with the Packers because I want the Bears to lose anyway. So I'm with the Packers.
All right. Okay, man. Moving along. This one here is kind of a bumble. We got the 5-8 Lions visiting in Orchard Park. Buffalo Bills 4-9. Lions Bills. Who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with. I'll go with the Lions on this one, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Bills win it. But yeah, I'll go with the Lions. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it, but yeah, I'll go with the Lions.
I got you. I'm gonna go with the Lions on this one too. The Bills, I have seen some promise in them. I have seen spurts of excellence, but not enough for me. Not consistent enough. Lions are no better. They haven't really been doing anything this year. They should have won a lot more games. They should be 8-5 instead of 5-8. But I think they have the tools to go up there in Orchard Park and get it done on the road. Detroit. I'm picking Detroit. Okay, moving along, we got the Ravens and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers 5-8. They're visiting the Baltimore Ravens sitting at 7-6. Ravens have been on that 500 line basically all year. But we're talking about the Bucs here. I'm gonna go ahead and do my pick first. The Buccaneers. Once again, this team. Last 4 years ago, I said, when Winston came into the league, I think 3 or 4 years ago, I said that this team needs to keep their young players together. They have, to an extent, they added a few pieces. I just don't see them getting over the hump. This team might be ready for them to destroy and rebuild. Baltimore Ravens team comprised of a lot of veterans there, and you got a lot of young ones sprinkled up. A lot of people getting hurt, a lot of people old there, but I think the Ravens have what it takes this week to go make a home front stance and beat the Buccaneers. So I'm going with the Ravens. Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. They still got the good defense. Buccaneers can't put up points at times, but they have no defense. Yep. I do believe this quarterback. Somebody's gonna figure it out with the running thing that's going on, but it won't be the Bucs. The Bucs have no defense, so I'm going with the Ravens. I go with the Ravens.
We're not talking about the New England Patriots here. All right. The next game on the docket is the Battle of the Birds. One corner, we got the 3-1 Arizona Cardinals taking on the 4-9 Atlanta Falcons. Last time this team met last year, the Cardinals beat the Falcons 24-14. But this year, Man, both teams very disappointing this year. Falcons are 4-9, Cardinals are 3-8. You got Natty Ice, you got Julio Jones, you got a few other pieces. This team could not seem to get over the hump this year. We all had great expectations for the team. To me, this team is underachieved, and this Cardinal team is definitely underachieved. Two underachieving teams going at it. They're at home in Atlanta. I'll give the Falcons the edge just because they're at home. Who?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons, I keep picking them and they keep letting me down.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals ain't really got much. Falcons still do have a great offense when they want to show up. They still got a good offense. Cardinals don't have no defense, and the Falcons are home, so I'm gonna go with the Falcons this one. Don't let me down, Falcons. I keep picking you, you keep losing. I think they got it though. I think they beat the Cards.
They better. Yeah, because the team, the obvious man has not been the obvious this year. If you can tell, the slam dunks have not been slam dunks, man. So I don't trust anything these days. All right, so we're both for the Falcons. Cardinals sitting there on stranded on an island. Next game on the docket. This one is interesting. You have the 3-10 Oakland Raiders visiting the underachieving Cincinnati Bengals 5-8. They started out so promising. Bengals, man, I think they should be 8-5 at this time, but instead they're 5-8. Raiders had a lot of losses, cut a lot of people. Still seem to muster up 3 wins. Beat the Steelers last week. Wow, to get the 3rd win of the season. Last time this team met was 2015. The Bengals almost decapitated them. They beat them 33-13. The last 3 meetings, Bengals have won 2 out of 3. Coop, who you got in this one?
I'm actually gonna go with the Raiders. I'm gonna go ahead and ride the wave with those Raiders. The Raiders been kind of sneaky lately. Only 3-10, but hey, they beat the Steelers.
Yeah,
and the Bengals don't have the red rifle, so and their top receiver AJ Green is gone for the year. So I'm gonna pick the Raiders. I think the Raiders actually come out here and pull this one out. I'm with the Raiders.
Cool. I get, man. I'm with you 100% on that. I would not be surprised if this Oakland Raider team came to Cincinnati and beat the Bengals. They have nothing. The top receivers out. The Raiders are starting to muster something. They got a little bit of moxie going on that team, man. But I say the Bengals. I just have a feeling. I think the Bengals are going to have a hard-fought game, but I think the Bengals will pull it out at the end. Plus, I don't want to keep putting to it on the green. I think the Bengals could pull it off. So I'm for the Bengals. A year for the Raiders. Man, moving along in the old Meadowlands, we have the 5-8 Giants and playing outstanding football against the on the fence Tennessee Titans, 7-16. Titans coming to town. The Giants have actually been making spectacular plays. The line has been blocking long enough for Eli to fire the ball off. Beckham did not play last week. That was still not a factor. The Giants have won 3 in a row. Coop, who do you got this one?
I'm actually riding with the Giants on this one. They've been playing pretty good football. I'm going to roll with the Giants. I mean, it's not an easy one because you never know what you're going to get the Titans. Sometimes the Titans come out there and play a good game.
You're right.
But I'm going to ride the wave this time. I'm going to go with the Giants. I've been picking against them, and they've been winning on me. I'm going to go ahead and take that there. They got the great stud running back, Barkley.
Yeah.
Who may just get Offensive Rookie of the Year the way he's playing. With a bad offensive line, he's still been putting up plays. So you got to give it to him.
You're right. And I would not be surprised, man. He should be in the MVP rankings, too. He should be up there, too. Absolutely. This might be the year, man, where we have a rookie. They have a chance to win an MVP easily. He's about to set some reception records on the team. I don't know as far as rushing. I think he already shattered that, but he still got a couple of games to go. So 3, today and 2 more games. Barkley is the answer. Barkley has saved New York. He's what Ron Dane should have been when we drafted him out of Wisconsin. We have energy again back in Giant Nation. I think we still I think we get our 4th in a row. The Giants beat the Titans in giant fashion today. I'm picking the Giants.
Yep.
Moving along. We got the let's see. At home, the Minnesota Vikings at 500, 6-6-1, hosting the 7-6 Miami Dolphins. This is a sneaky Dolphins team. You got the Vikings sitting here. Who? Break down this game and what your team needs to do to go into the playoffs.
Well, they got rid of the offensive coordinator. That Seahawks game, we could have won it so many times, but the defense played their part. And now the NFL is coming out saying we got cheated on the blocked field goal.
What?
It's a little too late now. They actually admit it now that was a terrible call. It's too late now. The game is over. But the offensive line has to block. Stephon Diggs has 88 catches with no drops. He hasn't dropped a single pass this year.
Wow.
Thielen is over 100 catches already receiving.
Wow.
No excuse when you got a two-man crew like that. When you got a dual receiver like that, you got those two receivers. There's no excuse on offense.
No.
It was a lot of bad play calling. Cousins deserves some of the fault, but not all of it because he was running for his life on a lot of it. But he makes terrible decisions when he's being pressured. That's one thing that I do see. He's not really clutch. Hopefully he can turn it around. We're pretty much stuck with him. So, and I got to pick my Vikings. I always pick them because I guess I picked the Vikings off a lot of talent. We got so much talent we can beat anybody, but they got to put it together. So, and then, like you said, the Dolphins are sneaky, but, I still got to go with these Vikings, man. Off talent. New offensive coordinator. Hopefully he can get it together.
Right.
Hopefully we can finally run the ball, and I'm still going with the Vikings.
I'm with you, Coop. This Dolphin team, I wouldn't bet on this Dolphin team. They've let me down all season. They beat the Patriots but lose to a sorry team. Vikings, man, you guys got a lot to lose right now. I just think you guys get it together today. I think today the Vikings make a statement and say, "Hey, we're going to be counted too." I think they go off the sheet for some reason. The last time this team met last year, it was the Dolphins beat the Vikings 30-9. I don't see that happening again.
That was preseason. That wasn't a real game. They wouldn't have won like that in a real game.
I'm just going from the last games. Man.
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
But
that don't count. Why it's preseason?
Most important thing is the Vikings today have to put up or shut up, and I see the Vikings actually winning today at home. It's a home game. Different coordinator, like you said. The line's got to block. Cousins got to make better decisions. Two outstanding wide receivers out there. So I'm going to pick the Vikings too. All right, moving along. Got Jacksonville Jaguars, another disappointing season. They're having 4-9. They're hosting the Washington Redskins at 6-7. Redskins, all kind of problems with the quarterback. They don't know who the quarterback is going to be this week. I would not go with Mark Sanchez. I would actually go sign Colin Kaepernick because Kaepernick's better than all the other quarterbacks that they have on that roster. Jaguars, they thought their defense was going to be A1. They relied too much on the defense. They went into the season 4-9. Their defense is not even close to being one of the top defenses of the league. They've been disappointing. Do the Redskins have what it takes to go to Jacksonville and win? I say if they don't start Mark Sanchez, they got a shot. And if they do, they shot themselves in the foot. So I'm going with the I can't bet with the Jaguars. I just can't do it, man. So I got to go with the Redskins on this one.
It's another difficult one. Jags, another team that has, they got the great defensive players. Like you said, the Redskins have a quarterback situation. So with that alone, I'm gonna go out with the Jags. I think the Jags are gonna pull it out this one. They're mad. They try to get criticized, and I think they're gonna put it together this one.
Last time this team met, I don't know if it was preseason or regular season. Jaguars beat them by a point. Before that, it was onslaught 41-10 2014. So, hoops for the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Redskins. I don't think you can be wrong with these picks. Any other pick, I wouldn't be surprised if any team won right now. Redskins. Only thing that keeps me still betting on these Redskins. Adrian Peterson, this guy, no one counted him in. No one gave him a shot this year. Everyone bashed him, said he didn't have it in him anymore. And I just think, man, for his age and all the injuries and shit that he's been through, I think he's almost. I think he might have almost 1,000 yards rushing this year, man. But I just say hats off to Adrian Peterson, man, for staying healthy all year and still, able to break 90-yard touchdown runs. So, we're split in the middle there. I'm for the Skins and Cooper's for the Jaguars. Moving along, you got the Colts at home, 7-6, taking on the red hot 8-5 Dallas Cowboys. The Colts have been actually every time I bet against the Colts, they've made me eat my words. And here we go. Here the Cowboys coming up to Indianapolis. Coop, take it away.
This is probably the game of the week. And it's funny saying that, as bad as the Colts have played the last couple of years, but Andrew Luck is back out there playing football, man. He's finally healthy. They're finally blocking for him, and he's out there playing football. And we know the Cowboys, running game. Dak is playing better. Cooper's out there playing good.
Yep.
The defense is one of the top in the league. So this is actually a very hard pick because the Colts will, just like you said, every time I go against them, they end up winning. So this is a very hard one, man. But I guess the Cowboys are on the roll right now. They hot. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, but I'm very iffy on this one.
Well, keep on shooting myself in the foot when I'm against these Colts. I have bet with the Cowboys a couple of times and I've been shot in the foot as well. Colts are playing red hot. I think there's going to be a dogfight out there. And I think when the smoke clears, I think the Colts are going to be playing. The Cowboys have been winning too often. I think the Colts, I think they're a different team. Obviously, Luck's running on all cylinders. He's rolling out, getting the ball out there. You got a couple of weapons out there. I don't see the Colts losing at home, man, right now. They're trying to get into the playoffs. I don't know how they're going to do it. Not really sure the whole schematics or the analytics of it, but I'm going to go with the Colts on this one. Man. So we're both split. Coops for the Cowboys. I'm for the Colts. Moving along. In San Fran, the Bay Area, you got the 3-10 49ers hosting the 8-5, another red hot team in the NFC, Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks have been, man, the defense has been lights out, and the offense has not been bad either. Reds 49ers, we all know what we have with the 49ers. We have a bunch of young kids running around the field, trying to be NFL players. Coop, take it away.
I mean, you got to go with the Seahawks, but the 49ers have shown a little light in certain spots. That was he third string Mullins, whatever. Hey, that guy's actually playing pretty decent quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But the Seahawks gonna be too much. They're playing good defense. They lead the league in rushing as a team.
Yeah,
you got him out there running around. He cut the curls off now. He got the little low cut, but he's out there running around. Yeah, dancing. Yeah, I mean, you can't do nothing but go with the Seahawks on this one. I don't think they get it. Seahawks.
Well, I'm with you on that. Seahawks going to be way too much for the 49ers. 49ers, and I'll keep saying it week to week, 49ers, if they keep this team together, they're going to be making some noise next year. This just year. This got to put it all together. Keep working with that coordinator they got. I'm picking the Seahawks, obviously. Russell Wilson shaved off the curls. They're getting ready for the playoffs, man. So I'm with the Seahawks, man. I think they win this one in good fashion. We're all for the Seahawks. Moving along. Oh, man. This would have been the game of the year, but can't be losing to the Raiders. We have the 7-5-1 Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Patriots. 9-4 Patriots. This is always a good game, though, man. Or it could, this is good. This could be. I think this is going to be a better game than people would expect. Steelers under pressure this week with the head coach. Always nothing new. Patriots 9-4. I'm gonna go ahead and take I'm gonna take the Steelers in this one, man.
Going to Steelers.
I think the Steelers get it together, and I think the Steelers win today. They bounce back from that horrid loss last week to the Raiders. I think I'm taking the Steelers. Ooh.
Well, in this one, as you know, like you say, it's always a good matchup. But I gotta go with the Patriots because I mean the Steelers are right now pretty much one-dimensional. Their running game hasn't been worked. Connor's been hurt, and we all know Belichick takes away what you do best. So if you're one-dimensional, you're not gonna beat the Patriots. And even though the Patriots don't look as dominant as they've been, they're still a good team. They're still 9-4. People saying that, but the record is still great.
Yep.
But Belichick's gonna take away what you do. Hard to stop Antonio Brown. In my opinion, the best all-around receiver in the game, but as I say, the Patriots are going to take away. They don't have to worry about the run. They're going to take away their pass.
Yeah.
So I got to go with the Patriots. I mean, it's the Steelers lost to the Raiders, so Patriots.
All right, so we're split, Coop, for the Pats. I'm for the Steelers. Moving along. In Los Angeles, we have the Los Angeles Rams boasting the best record in the NFL at 11-2, hosting the one game under 500 Philadelphia Eagles at 6-7. Cool, take it away, man.
I mean, early on, this would have been a great game.
Yeah,
but actually, Carl Wentz is not even playing, right? They got the man out of nowhere again back in there, Nick Foles, who all he does is games, right?
Yeah.
But I still got to go with the Rams because the Rams are pretty healthy besides the receiver. So I gotta go with the Rams. Though the Eagles can't beat them, especially without Wentz. I don't see the Eagles winning that. But the Eagles have still got a pretty good, decent roster. They could surprise you, but they won't surprise the Rams. There's nothing they can do with the Rams. They can't stop Gurley. They can't stop the offense. They can't stop down the middle. I think the Rams end this pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I do too.
At least 14 points, if not more. Rams.
I'll notate that. I agree. Rams, man, I don't see the Eagles having anything for the Rams today. They're at home. The Rams are at home. I don't see the Eagles going into LA and actually beating the Rams. They don't have Wentz. Double whammy. So I'm going with the Rams as well. We're all for the Rams. And that was the 8:20 game. And on Monday night, this is another one, division rivalry. You got the New Orleans Saints also with the best record and tied with the best record in the NFL. Wow, the Saints. It's going to be very interesting, Coop. Man, you got a lot of teams, man, that are going to be fighting for positioning, bro. Saints
I said this is the time of the year where the last 2 weeks matter.
Yep, this is it. Saints, I think, it's wrapped up the division. They got the game sold. Carolina Panthers, they folded like a lawn chair, man. They were at the top of they're on their A game 4 weeks ago, man. We were talking about this Panther team being the best, one of the best teams in the NFL. I don't know what the hell happened with them. Man, they look like they're having a balanced attack. Cam, I don't know, man. Take it away, man.
I honestly believe something's going on with Cam, something with his arm. Yeah. He's not saying it, but he's not putting the same zip on the ball. We all know Cam has a very strong arm, but it's been a plays that he's not been able to get there as normal. So I'm thinking there's something going on with him. But hey, I got to give it to McCaffrey, man. He's brought the Caucasian back to the tailback position.
Dual threat.
He's actually the best Caucasian tailback I've seen in the last 30, well, maybe 20 years. I like Mike Allstott with a couple guys, but
Peyton Hillis.
Wait, Peyton Hillis actually got on the cover of Madden.
Yeah.
Then he was nothing after that.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm thinking that. But then even the defense, the Panthers always had a pretty stout defense. The defense is not even really playing as they were. So I don't know what's going on in Carolina, but I do believe that they can come out of nowhere and pull upsets. But I don't think they will with the Saints. I think the Saints are kind of mad. The Saints had a tight game last week, but I still think the Saints would be too much for them. Panthers got too many issues right now. Kamara, Reed, Mike Thomas. It'll be too much for them. I got to take the Saints.
I got you. Scoop with the Saints. I think there's something's wrong with Cam. Cam's history with the media and making excuses and, from the Super Bowl loss. And I don't think he's saying too much. I think after the season, we'll probably find out what's going on there, but something's not right. You're right. And I agree with that. And I can see that as well. Doesn't have that zip on the ball that he usually has, and he has a very strong arm. You know, the Panthers do got some upside to him for next year. They keep that McCaffrey kid back behind the quarterback there, running the ball and as well as catching it out of the backfield in the flats. But I don't think they have, you know, even at home today, the Saints are 11-2, and they're 11-2 for a reason. So it's going to be a lot of noise. It's going to be a lot. It's going to, I mean, I'm going to predict this. I'm taking the Saints, by the way. But I predict that it's going to be one of the best playoffs we have seen in a long time. It's going to be a lot of good matchups, and yeah, and it's going to be less. I predict it's going to be less defense, more offense out there, which it makes good for certain people, football for certain people, and certain people that don't. Cats like me, you like to see defense out there as well, but you know they're eating up this Rams team that could just fire the ball and no defense and to go out there and you know, mediocre defense and go out there and put up 30, 40 points a game. The NFL loves that. The whole purists hate it. But I think it's going to be an offensive playoff. What are your thoughts on that, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm following you with that. I mean, you got a lot of great offensive teams in there. Got the Rams, the East, of course. But yeah, definitely offensive playoffs. You know, a lot of points being scored. I see.
Yep. Well,
I can agree on that one.
Yep. So we're all for the Saints. I'm going to recap the scores, and we're going to be out of here. Starting first game, Packers and the Bears. We're both for the Packers. Lions and the Bills. We are both for the Lions. Bucks and the Ravens. We are both for the Ravens. Falcons and the Raiders. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. The hell? Falcons. Who the Falcons got here? Falcons got the Cardinals. I'm sorry. They didn't even make the list. They're so sorry. Falcons and the Cardinals. We're both for the Falcons. Raiders and the Bengals. We were split. Cooper's for the Raiders. I'm for the Bengals. Titans and the Giants. We're all for the Giants. Dolphins and the Vikings. We're all for the Vikings. Skins and the Jaguars. We're split there. I am for the Skins. Cooper's for the Jaguars. Cowboys and the Colts. We are also split. Cooper for the Cowboys. I am for the Colts. Seahawks and the 49ers. We're all for the Seahawks. Pats and Steelers. We're split again. Coop for the Pats. I am for the Steelers. Eagles and the Rams. We're all for the Rams. And the Saints and the Panthers. Monday night. We're both for the Saints. We're not going to do the bonus game in respect to our friend, Mr. Kareem V.I. Williams. Hope you feel better, my G. Hope to see you next week. Pick them. We just picked them. If you have a football team out there, we wish you nothing but the best. And that's it. Any parting words?
Not really. Just Big get better. He just sent me a message saying he has strep throat. He's in the hospital right now getting antibiotics. So hopefully he does better. I'm pretty sure he will, and we'll be back next week. But happy anniversary, brother. Go out there and enjoy yourself.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man.
That's a hard thing. Somebody that long. So I got to give you props on that one.
For Kareem V.I. Williams and Kareem Cooper, I am DJ Body. I am DJ Widebody, and this was Pick'em Week 15. Good luck to you and your football teams out there. Catch you next week.
All right, peace.